My favorite memory at Simi was doing snorkeling and seeing all the fishes. My favorite thing about Catalina was rock climbing because we got to do it at night and then I did the 3 hardest. My second thing was the snorkeling because we got to put on the wetsuits and learn how to do it. And we watched how they told us how to do it and it was funny. And we got to see bat rays and Garibaldis. The things I loved it over there in Simi was snorkeling, and then animal touching, and then campfires, and mostly everything that I actually had the first time to do, or sometimes a very long time.
My favorite part was the snorkeling because we got to see cool fish and we got to see starfish and we swam with the sharks.
My favorite part about Catalina was the hike trail because I got to see the ocean view on the mountaintop with all the rocks everywhere, and it was really a good experience.
My favorite part about Catalina was rock climbing because I really challenged myself, and snorkeling because I got to see a lot of cool fish.
My favorite part about Catalina was probably the snorkeling because we got to do many activities like going underwater, seeing Garibaldis, and many types of fish that we couldn't have gotten like at school. So that was my favorite part of Catalina, exploring more about the ocean.
What I loved about Catalina was when we were in our dorms because when we slept there, some people got scared and then we started screaming because we heard stuff. And we just loved to be and like hang out together in the same room and like fight over the shower. And that's it.
Hello. My favorite part about going to Catalina was the food. It tasted good. And I also liked the campfire because I got to eat the s'mores.
My favorite part about Catalina was that we were able to go snorkeling with the fish and shark. It was exciting because I've never been able to go swimming with them, and I was able to see the orange fish and tiny sharks. My favorite thing was snorkeling. I thought it was a great experience for me and my other classmates. And my funniest memory is Mr. Hernandez busting a move on the dancing bridge.
My favorite part of Catalina was human foosball. I mean, where else can you play human foosball? Only at Simi.
My favorite thing that I did, in my opinion, was the shark lab. It was my first time actually touching a shark and a stingray. All the labs were my favorite, but I never knew that the sharks killed less than dogs.
My favorite part about Catalina is float jumping and rock climbing because I haven't done rock climbing in like 5 years, and float jumping I never done.
I had so much fun in Catalina. I got to go snorkeling and I got to see some kelp bass and Garibaldis. Those orange fish was so cool. I got to know what algae is, and did you know ice cream has algae inside, just to tell you. I had so much fun. The food is so yummy, and
my favorite memory was when Damien, R, and Julian, it was at night, and they thought a satellite dish was a ghost, and they said it was moving, and they got freaked out, and they just started running back to the cabin. My other favorite memory was when we went snorkeling because we saw kelp bass and a Garibaldi fish. And my other favorite memory was when I taught all the kids at Catalina how to play Gaga Pit. sending me to see me, and thank you, Miss Garcia, for taking us over there, and thank you, Simi, for letting me do all the awesome things.
Thank you. I want to thank my mom and my dad for letting me go, and for Miss Garcia for introducing this to us. And I want to thank Sister Stacy because she let us go to Catalina. And I want to thank the Simi for letting us come back next year.
So I want to thank you, Mom and Dad, for taking me there, spending all your money just to get me to a place I actually wanted to. So pretty much, I want to thank you for this. Thank you.
I want to thank my grandma and my dad because they paid for this trip and they helped me get ready and helped me pack my laundry or my clothes, and they transported me to and from Long Beach, and they worried about me when I was gone. Thank you. And thank you, Miss Garcia, for letting us have this trip.
I'd like to thank my parents for supporting me for this Catalina trip, and I'd also like to thank Sister Stacy, Ms. Hernandez, and especially Ms. Garcia for funding this trip and making this trip possible for me.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, and thank you to Miss Garcia, and thank you to Simi, and thank you for letting me go in the middle of the year. Sister Stacy, thank you.
I would like to thank my parents for making this possible, because without them I couldn't have gone to Catalina. I would like to thank Sister Stacy for letting us go on the trip, Ms. Garcia for organizing this trip and making sure that everything's possible, like to make sure everything's arranged, and Mr. Hernandez for staying with us, with the boys.
I wanted to say thank you to my parents who let me go and paid for all of it. And I wanted to say thank you to Sister Stacy for letting Miss Garcia take us to Catalina.
I'd like to thank my parents because they paid for the trip and they let me go to the place. They let me go to Catalina. And I'd also like to thank Miss Garcia because it's my first time ever getting to go there or doing this.
I would like to say thank you to my parents for letting me go on this trip, as well as Miss Garcia, because without her, this wouldn't have happened.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for letting me go for this amazing experience. I really appreciate you doing this for me, and I would like to give a big thank you to Miss Garcia and Sister Stacy. Sister Stacy for letting us go and setting everything up, and mostly doing everything for us, and Miss Garcia for letting us go on this amazing experience.
I'd like to thank my mom and dad for letting me go to Catalina, even though it was expensive and I'd be staying overnight. I also want to thank Miss Garcia for letting us go to this awesome opportunity. I also want to thank Caroline, our instructor. She was the best instructor we could have. We couldn't have any more fun without her.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for letting me go to this trip. I know it must have cost somewhat, but thank you. Also, thank you to Sister Stacy, Miss Garcia, and Mr. Hernandez, because without you, we wouldn't have been able to do this. Thank you.
I want to thank my parents for helping me pack, driving me to Long Beach. I would also like to thank Miss Garcia, also Simi for inviting us, and Sister Stacy for making it happen.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for taking me to see me and to Long Beach and helping me pack for all my stuff. Thank you, Sister Stacy, for doing all this and getting all this hard work into this. And you and Miss Garcia, thank you for the shirts. They were really nice. I hope I come back next year.
I want to say thank you to my mom for saving money so I could go to Catalina, Miss Garcia for letting us go, Sister Stacy, because a lot of schools, principals don't let them stay overnight, and my friends for making me feel good and not be nervous.
Parents, thank you for entrusting your kids to me for 3 days. You have wonderful children. Our kids live out character counts at Nativity School. We were highly complimented for our behavior, our collaboration, and our cooperation. The kids were awesome, loved them, great first trip. Hopefully it sets precedent for the future. Thanks for letting us go.
My mom and dad are the best.
No, my mom and dad are the best.
No, my mom and dad are the best.
No, my mom and dad are the best.
What are you guys talking about? My parents are the best.
No, what are you talking about? My parents are the best.
No, my mom and dad are the best.
Knock it off, everybody. All your parents are the best because they let you go to see me this year, right? Yes. Also, we owe a big fat thank you to Sister Stacy for allowing us to go this year. Awesome trip, everybody. See me 2019. Yay! Yay!